Good evening and welcome to the Sanford Elks Lodge. Tonight is our celebration of youth leadership and youth in our community. And what we're going to do is we're going to have an opening prayer and a pledge to our flag, after which we will have dinner. And then once we've eaten and ready to go, we'll start the program. So with that, I would like you all to please rise. And the chaplain, Sherry Frechette, will lead us in prayer. And please remain standing to pledge allegiance to our flag.
Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us together this evening to celebrate the accomplishments of our youth. Bless and protect our youth, their families and teachers. Bless this food we are about to eat and the hands that prepared it. As we enjoy this meal, let us be mindful of the amazing gifts that life has given us. Bless our troops abroad and home, and please protect them. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
My name is Bruce Brunel. I'm a past exalted ruler here at the Sanford Elks Lodge and been the chairman of this committee now for close to 20 years. I've been on the committee for longer than that, but this is our 46th annual youth activities banquet. So we've been doing this for a very, very long time. Thank you all for being here. We have some introductions to do, and I'm going to introduce our current exalted ruler, Denise Beer.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. What a great-looking group. Wow. Seniors in high school, most of you, I think. All of you? Congratulations. All you over here. There's some other ones over here. Exciting night for everybody here, and we actually look forward to it too. It's so exciting to reveal the top students of Sanford. So congratulations to all the students. I'd like to introduce the officers here tonight. You met Bruce, past state president, and his wife Lisa. Can you stand up, Lisa? Thank you. Going down the table, past state president Frank Ricker. Past exalted ruler Rick Druin and his wife Nancy. We have a lot of past state presidents here. Past state president Andrew Bowles, J. Andrew, and his wife Tricia. Donna Legier is here. She's my loyal, esteemed, loyal knight. You met Sherry. She's our chaplain. And down on the other end, we have Bob Shaw. He's our esquire. And officer of the year, I might add. Down in the back of the room, we have Sandra Stillwagon, and her husband John is on the other side. She's the past exalted ruler. And special thank you for all the people that made this happen tonight. All the cooks, the wait staff, everybody that helped in the kitchen. Great job. Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. So have a great night tonight. We're going to give some awards to everybody, and there's going to be some revealing of the top students. I want to leave you with some words of wisdom, not mine, somebody else's. I got them offline. Always words of wisdom online. So, successful people's habits. Just a few to think about. Never gossip about other people. Very important. Never make excuses. Never say no, except when you need to say no. Never complain about the system. Never complain about how much work you have to do. Never say mean things about your peers. Never talk too much about yourself. Always listen. Never talk about giving up. Never say no to a learning opportunity. Never say no when someone asks for help. Always say thank you. Thank you for being here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, teachers, all you guys that make this possible for us. And thank all the officers. Have a great night.
So starting the awards, we're going to have our chaplain, Sherry Frechette. She is in charge of our drug awareness program this year, and she has some awards to give away for that. So Sherry.
Good evening, everyone. The Elks Drug Awareness Program encourages our youth to think about what it means to be drug-free, to make good choices, and lead a healthy lifestyle. Each year, we hold contests that allow kids to express themselves about drug use, abuse, and peer pressure. The theme this year was What Heroes Do, showing students that they can become special heroes because of their decisions to stay drug-free and be the best they can be. So now I have a few first place winners from our contest. Our first contest was a coloring contest, which I don't think either of my winners are here, but they were Brianna Faden and Eric Dillon from Lebanon Elementary. And then for our poster contest, the boy winner is 4th grader from Sanford Christian Academy, Adrian Letourneau. Our first place girl winner, and is also the winner for our state, is Callie Bastianelli. She's a 5th grader from Lebanon Elementary. We had an essay contest also, but both of those winners weren't here either. They are from Acton Elementary, 8th graders Joshua Rouleau and Celia Parks. Okay, I'm also in charge of the Americanism essay contest. This year's essay was Why Our Veterans Are America's Heroes. Some of the members of our lodge are also veterans. They did the judging. They all said that it was a difficult decision, and it really did come down to spelling, punctuation, and like that. And so our first place winner is a 7th grader from Sanford Junior High School, Faith Hill. And we had a state winner also, and she couldn't be here tonight.
She's here.
Oh, she's here. Come on up. Lydia Pease, 8th grader from Sanford Junior High School. Thank you.
Before we get away from that program, would either of the girls like to read their essay? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I'm more than welcome to let you if you'd like to. Yeah. Lydia?
Yes, she will.
Yes, she will. Mom says yes, she will.
Why are veterans our America's heroes? Okay. Veterans are the definition of the American hero. They once fought for their country because they believed in what America stands for. They protected their country even though they were putting themselves in harm's way. Veterans represent courage and what it means to be selfless. Veterans represent courage because they decided to join the military and fighting unbelievable conditions of war. Even though not all of the soldiers fought on the battlefield, they still show courage by joining a cause they believe in. The soldiers that fight in a combat zone experience death and violence firsthand. Many of them have seen people they know die or get injured, or they might have taken a life themselves. Veterans show both courage and bravery by deciding to fight for America's freedom, which could get them killed, injured, or traumatized for life. American veterans also represent what it means to be selfless. They are selfless because they fight for a cause no matter the consequences. Being selfless means that you put other people's needs before your own. When a soldier is at war, they put the needs of the victim before their own, even if they're in enemy territory. This takes a lot of courage, and not everyone could do it. This is why veterans are America's heroes, because they understood what it means to put others' safety before their own. There are many different veterans, from soldiers that fought firsthand to the ones coming up with tactical strategies or doing other important things to help the war cause. No matter what someone did for the American military, they are a veteran. This means that they are courageous and selfless and will do anything to defend the American citizens. This is why veterans are America's heroes.
Thank you very much. At this time, I would like to have junior high school principal Pamela Linden come on up. Sorry, I didn't put you on deck.
So proud of her kids.
Yeah.
So proud of her kids. How are you? I'm well. Very good. Nice to see you.
Sorry, we were just boasting about Faith and Lydia. It takes a lot of courage for anyone to stand up here. So Lydia, well done. Faith, well done. So one more round of applause for them. It is with great pleasure that Mr. Sharp and I get to stand here tonight and boast about two of our 8th grade students. We're actually going to have them come up here and stand while we say these wonderful words. Can we have Connor and Jalen come to the stage?
You guys
have gotten big over there. Congratulations to all the seniors, guys. It's great seeing you. You guys are all going on to wonderful things. Really nice seeing you guys. Best of luck with all of your endeavors on that. First up, we have our 8th grade recipient, Connor Curcio. It's an honor to present Connor as this year's 8th grade male recipient of the Elks Award. Connor is a genuine, well-rounded kid. He's a true classmate to all peers and a standout to students and staff. His teachers describe him as a quiet student with great values, and in meeting with his teachers, they stated that Connor is friendly, respectful, gracious, kind-hearted, and always willing to help others. At school, Connor's an all-ones student, a 3-sport athlete who plays soccer, baseball, basketball, and is the leader on and off the field. It's not only a student that I usually have in the office, so it's a good thing I actually had to get to know Connor a little bit this week. However, I met with him. He described himself as competitive by nature. I believe that the combination of this type of mindset, along with that personality, has contributed to his successes. It also will help him great with his future endeavors. Other academic achievements for Connor include winning the academic fair at his previous school for the past 2 years. These included research and the science behind baseball in grade 5 and turf fields in grade 6. He's continued with his efforts at the junior high, making high honors for 2 consecutive years, and elected to take Spanish as an 8th grade student this year. Outside of school, Connor's an active member at his church, a volunteer coach for his sister's basketball team, and enjoys downtime as well, hanging out with friends, getting outside. I certainly agree with all the wonderful things everybody has to share about this young man. He has a bright, successful future. I'm sure his parents, Stephen and Kathy, are more than proud of their son. Please join me in a round of applause for this year's 8th grade male recipient, Connor Curcio.
Jalen Bartolome is this year's female recipient for the Elks Award for an 8th grader at Sanford Junior High. Jalen is a student who we will follow in years to come to see her get a deserved recognition in both athletics and academics because of her hard work and dedication. I am the mother of 2 young ladies myself, and I can't imagine how proud Jalen's family must be about this amazing young lady. When Jalen's award was announced, the emails were pouring in with positive words and praises. I'm honored to stand here tonight and share these with you. Mrs. Morrison, her math teacher, wrote that Jalen is an integral part of her geometry class. Whatever the task, she approaches it with a can-do attitude, and her work is meticulous. Jalen has great character and a sense of humor, and Mrs. Morrison would love to have a room full of Jalens. Mrs. Mack shares that Jalen is a treasure. In talking with Mrs. Bakeru, our band director, she shares that she's just incredibly mature, kind, confident, and a self-driven young lady. Mrs. Bajorn, our PE teacher and basketball coach, said Jalen is one of the kindest, most conscientious students she has ever met. Whether it's on the basketball court or the classroom, she puts 100% into every single thing she does. She's dependable, honest, sincere, hardworking, independent, and strong. She's involved in a wide variety of school activities, and her smile absolutely lights up the room. Mr. Lemlin shared that Jalen is incredibly deserving of this award. Not only does she do very well with her schoolwork, she has good charisma, attitude, personality, and is very contagious to be around. She's a student who her friends and peers gravitate towards. Her ELA teacher this year, Mr. Etheridge, shares Jalen distinguishes herself in the classroom not only through her perseverance, but also the creativity that she brings to writing and class projects. She's a role model among her peers, setting an example for excellent work while remaining respectful and humble. I personally can say that Jalen certainly gave me a run for my money with our student staff basketball game. There was a lot of smack being talked between the 2 of us in the hallways, who's going to be who on the court. Let's just say that this kid is fast and she is one good basketball player. I may have been sore for a day or the week, but we keep it on the down low. I can't wait to see this positive effect that she will have on Sanford, Maine, and beyond as she grows into a young adult who is both empathetic and energized with positive and progressive change. To say we're proud of her and the character and drive she displays in all walks of life is an understatement. Go Jalen. Let's have a round of applause for this year's 8th grade female competition.
At this time, I'd like to honor our scouts that we have here tonight. Actually, we only have one. This year, we had no Girl Scouts earning their gold or silver award in the Sanford area. And we had, let's see, I had four Eagle Scouts that were invited. One is here. So I'm going to bring up Colby Anadon from Troop 369. The other scouts that are in our area, I'm just going to read their names. From Troop 320, Peter McHugh and Noah Gallant, and from Troop 324, Cooper Van Giesen. The Eagle Badge represents the highest level of achievement in scouting. It is a symbol of honor and character. Here tonight we have someone who has earned that high honor, Colby. It took time and hard work, perseverance, and dedication to master the numerous skills required to achieve this award. This young man before you has proven himself and has become a leader among his peers. The characteristic trait he has developed and the confidence he has acquired from his scouting experiences will serve him well throughout his life. A few years ago, I had learned that the United States military holds Boy Scout Eagle and the Girl Scout Gold Awards in very high regard. When a person enlists into the United States military, there are different levels of entry that depend on what experiences you had during your life. Certain categories qualify a person for advanced pay grade status. E1 is the pay grade most people get into when they start. So for the Army, people who start out as an E2 are authorized, if you have completed 2 years or more of junior ROTC, 1 year of senior ROTC, has attended any U.S. military service academy, has been awarded Boy Scout Eagle Certificate, or has earned the Girl Scout Gold Award Certificate. So just for those things, they feel that the Boy Scout Eagle and the Girl Scout Gold are worth at least 2 years of junior ROTC or 1 year of senior ROTC. For the Marines, they get an E2 for the Eagle or the Gold. For the Navy, 2 years of junior ROTC program entitles you to enlisted pay grade of E2. For 3 years of junior ROTC, you're entitled enlisted pay of E3. Successful completion of Eagle Scout or Girl Scout Gold Award can authorize a pay increase to E3. So, an increase from E1 to E2 is about 12%, and to E3 is about 18%. So they regard this award very, very highly. The Elks are proud to recognize your great achievements tonight. So, with the certificate we have, you also receive a flag of our country, the certificate from the Grand Lodge. Actually, I'll just read that. So this says, it takes pride in presenting to you an American flag because you have demonstrated that you daily practice the teachings of democracy. We are proud to call you our fellow citizen because you have worked hard to prove that you believe in the United States as one nation under God with liberty and justice for all. As the red, white, and blue colors on the cloth blend to make a beautiful flag, so the skills you have mastered have blended together to make you an outstanding citizen. Congratulations. Also, you have a patch that you can wear on your uniform, and also a scholarship to go with that. Would the parents of Colby please stand up? The Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks want to thank you for encouraging and supporting this young man in his desire to excel in scouting. So, that's for a photo.
Thank you.
Anybody else? You're all done with the photos?
Yeah, all set. Thank
Okay.
you.
Very good. Round of applause. So I'm going to clear out, and I'm going to invite the high school staff to come up and take over the program for a short time, and I'll be back in a little while.
So to reveal our top 50 students this year and our top 10, I'm going to introduce our Director of School Counseling, Demetria McCabe.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank the Elks for this opportunity to celebrate our students. We're very appreciative for this opportunity. Allow me to introduce you all to the top 50 students in Sanford's class of 2018 in alphabetical order. Ms. Cormier will give you your rank tomorrow. I asked students, it'll be chaos in there. I asked students to please stand as I read your name and remain standing until all 50 students are standing. I ask the audience to refrain from applause until all 50 students are standing. Samuel Anderson. Shannon Bowden. Elizabeth Bernier. Kelly Cadigan. Cameron Cody. Sophie Cody. Lauren Davis. Phoenix Demers. Josiah Doobie. Laura Fitzgerald. Kara Frazier. Marcus Gould. Brady Green. Rebecca Hanscom. Tabitha Hansen. Abigail Hubble. Catherine Jolson. Khalid Kakande. Brittany Kaplowitz. Daniel Kapp. Allison Keeve. Eve Kruger. Stephanie Lane. Amaya Lewis. Michael Lunny. Taylor McDonald. Sayana Marr. Dalton Marriott. Owen McGrath. Matthew McLeod. Ellen Morley. Haley Nolette. Megan Norman. Anelia Oddie. Rebecca Patterson. Andrew Pender. Nikita Perez. Savannah Perry. Abraham Phillips. Brianna Rassicott. Drew Searles. Aaron Signor. Joshua Soros. Travis Tovey. Brendan Tremblay. Isabella Troop. Tran Trong. Joshua Weber. Marley Wilson. And Nick Works. Congratulations. You may be seated. Now, it is my great honor to present the 10 students who comprise our top 10. Each of their school counselors has supplied me with thoughts on these highest achievers, and as you'll hear, some are highly accomplished focused and others are more about personality and character. Regardless, let me assure you that each and every one of these students work very hard, both in and outside the walls of Sanford High School, to get where they are today. Also, let me give another caveat regarding the college plans I'm about to announce. If any of you guys change your plans, please let Ms. Cormier know tomorrow. All right, number 10, Ms. Kara Frazier. All right, Kara's going to the University of Maine. Biomedical engineering is her major. Kara Frazier is a diligent and hardworking student who gets the most out of her education. One teacher describes her smile as something that lights up the day. Kara has a never say die attitude, never walks away from a challenge, and just digs deeper and works harder. She is a 4-year member of the soccer and track teams and has participated in P Club, Homecoming Committee, and concert band throughout her time at SHS. Kara is kind, dependable, and motivated, and her work ethic is unmatched. One teacher sums it up best, saying that Kara's enthusiasm and passion are contagious, and she will have a positive impact on any environment she is in. Congratulations. Number 9, I'll go fast. Number 9, Miss Elizabeth Bernier. Elizabeth is attending University of Southern Maine with a biology major. Elizabeth Bernier is described by one of her teachers as a quiet and modest leader who exhibits a skill set far beyond her years. She is regularly with a notebook in hand, ensuring she doesn't miss anything. She's an eager learner, a conscientious person, and she doesn't take anything for granted. Elizabeth is a strong advocate and puts a great deal of thought behind everything that she does. She is an extremely hard worker, spending her time outside of school working as well as tutoring students in English. She's been involved in book club, anime club, and is vice president of the French club. She is active with Upward Bound and has put a great deal of time and effort into preparing for her future. Elizabeth is resilient and overcomes every obstacle and challenge in her path by working hard and studying the course. Congratulations. Number 8, Miss Sayana Marr. Sayana is also attending the University of Southern Maine with a biology and medical major. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Sayana is enthusiastic and extremely resourceful when it comes to acquiring knowledge. She studies hard and continues to grow both in and outside the classroom. She effortlessly manages the demands of academics and athletics, showing incredible skill in the javelin. Sayana is a natural-born leader who is conscientious and serious about her future. Overall, Sayana is a first-class student and a progressive thinker. Congratulations. Number 7, Ms. Taylor McDonald. Taylor is attending Otterbein University with a major in zoo and conservation science. Taylor is the type of person who literally always has a smile on her face and just does what she needs to do in order to be successful. Responsible and self-sufficient, she has had a job to help support herself since her sophomore year. Taylor has a strong natural ability, but she also has disciplined study habits. Her effort and attitude have been consistently outstanding, and she truly appreciates the rigor of classes. Taylor's Upward Bound counselor states it well. I can envision her almost like a kid in a candy store when she chooses her classes, wanting to pack her schedule as full as possible to learn as much as she can. Congratulations. Number 6, Mr. Travis Tovey. University of Maine with a computer science major. Travis is reserved, academically oriented, and a lover of learning. Travis Toby has somehow managed to fly beneath the radar at Sanford High School while quietly compiling among the most outstanding academic records of his senior class. He is never more at home than in the classroom, engaged in rigorous intellectual discourse and curriculum. His strengths are in the sciences and mathematics, and he plans to study computer science at the University of Maine. Number 5, Miss Rebecca Patterson. Rebecca is going to Ithaca College with a music education and performance major. Quietly and calmly, Rebecca has been an academic force during her 4 years at SHS, consistently achieving the highest marks while taking on a very demanding curriculum. Although her academics have been superlative, what sets her apart is her intense passion for music, and she has dedicated a huge piece of herself to that pursuit. Rebecca was an anchor for the school's marching band all 4 years in high school, as well as jazz band. She was section leader, drum major, and impact section leader. She was also a member of the Southern Maine Music Academy, the Portland Youth Wind Ensemble, and the Portland Youth Symphony Orchestra. She has been recognized for the John Bowden USM School of Music, Southern Maine Music Academy Awards Best Drum Major, Division II Marching Band Best Musician, and District I Music Festival Honor. In addition to Rebecca's musical pursuits, she has been an active Girl Scout for the past 4 years, earning the Girl Scout Silver Award, has been a member of National Honor Society, and served on student council as well as class secretary and class vice president. It is clear that musical pursuits are Rebecca's life passion and purpose, and she is poised to begin what promises to be a long and successful journey in her life's calling. Congratulations. Number 4, Miss Isabella True. Isabella is going to be attending Worcester Polytechnic University with a biomedical engineering major. Congratulations. Blessed with boundless energy and enthusiasm, a tenacious work ethic, and indomitable will to succeed, Isabella Troop engaged in a dizzying array of academic, sports, extracurricular activities, and employment while blazing her path. Energized by challenges, Isabella tackled the most rigorous curriculum of coursework that SHS offers, embracing rigorous intellectual discourse and always seeking to improve, learn, and conquer. Whether it's academics, athletics, dance organizations, or employment, Bella is all in, leading the way, and energizing those around to bring out their best. A natural athlete and extremely dedicated competitor, Bella excelled on the girls' varsity track and field team, setting an SHS pole vault record, which still stands today, and was the USA Track and Field Junior Olympic State pole vault champion her sophomore year. A 4-year varsity competitive cheerleader and varsity football cheerleader 9 through 12, as well as she earned the Big Red Spirit Award as voted by her cheering team all 4 years in high school. Not surprisingly, she also won the Senior Class Superlative Award for school spirit. Possessing a seemingly endless reservoir and energy, Isabella focused it on worthy goals, causes, and activities. Congratulations. Number 3, Mr. Joshua Webber. Josh is going to the University of Maine in Orono with a major in engineering. Confident, accomplished, and highly focused with long-held goals, Josh Weber has a very clear idea of what he wants to do in life and how he wants to get there. Josh has been an academic dynamo over the past 4 years at SHS, compiling an outstanding academic record and securing the number 3 ranking in senior class, while tackling the most rigorous curriculum, honors, and AP courses. He has prepared himself as well as possible for his professional goal of engineering, maxing out his schedules with the very highest level math and science classes offered, and maintaining high A's in all of those courses. Josh is also an accomplished and dedicated athlete and participated in varsity level soccer, swim, and track teams all 4 years in high school, earning awards recognition in all 3 sports, and earning all academic awards in all 3 sports for each year in high school. Congratulations. And now, the Sanford High School Class of 2018 Salutatorian, Jenna Bowden. Thank you. Jenna's attending Ithaca College with a music performance and clarinet performance. Jen Bowden is described by one of her teachers as a confident, independent young woman who demonstrates great responsibility and character. Jenna is a friend to many, an outstanding musician and an accomplished scholar. Her list of musical accomplishments includes being selected to the NAFME All-National Honors Festival, the Portland Youth Wind Ensemble, and the District 1 Honors Band. Academically, she has received countless awards in English language arts and was named the Goodall Cup Scholar as a junior. Jenna is a dynamic and involved citizen, serving as treasurer for the Key Club and National Honor Society. Jenna knows what she wants and will put in everything she has to accomplish her goals and find success in everything she does. Her warm personality and sense of humor make her a joy to be around, and her passionate activism will drive her to make a difference. Congratulations, Jenna. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor to present the Sanford High School class of 2018's valedictorian, Miss Sophie Cody. Sophie is attending Fordham University with a major in math and economics. Sophie Cody is described by one staff member as a 1 in a million high school student with a unique perspective and rarely seen maturity. She takes on her education like no other. She is unwavering and no challenge is too big. She is a strong advocate and will not back down when she believes in something. She will stand up when others shy away. When Sophie sets a goal, she does everything in her power to accomplish that goal. She is outstanding under pressure, digging down and finding her best self at the moment she needs it the most. She's an engaged and involved student at SHS, serving in student government as president of the Environmental Club and captain of the cross-country team. Sophie's academic achievement has earned her a National Merit Scholarship, one of the most prestigious academic awards awarded to high school students in the country. Her natural ability is only rivaled by her intense desire to be her best. Her teachers say she is truly remarkable, driven, extremely intelligent, and compassionate, and that is just scratching the surface of all that Sophie Cody exhibits. Sophie will, without a doubt, make her mark on the world. Congratulations, Sophie. Yeah, anybody wants a picture, come on up. Yeah. All right, one more thing, an important reminder for our top 10 students, please go to guidance tomorrow. Ms. Cormier has packets for you to go in the newspaper that they're going to need information about. Okay? And all the rest of you can get your class rank tomorrow morning. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations. Oh, I'd now like to introduce Ms. Kathy Sargent.
Good evening. This is where the short jokes begin. I'm Kathy Sargent. I'm proud to be the director of the Sanford Regional Technical Center. I'm also very proud to be here this evening to recognize our Student of the Year. So I'd like to recognize Nash Tasker, who's a 12th grade student in his second year in the Computer and Network Systems program at SRTC. He was chosen as the SRTC Student of the Year after an intensive process, including a nomination by an SRTC staff, submitting an application and resume, and participating in an interview with a very frightening selection committee. Nash, would you please come up so I can talk about you while you're here? This is the best part. Nash recently participated in the Maine State Skills USA Inter-Networking Contest and received a gold medal for his efforts. He will move on to the National Skills USA competition in Louisville, Kentucky in June. If you haven't seen Skills USA, just a little bit of a shameless plug, it's the Olympics of technical. It's awesome, you should go. When asked about Nash's efforts to have such an outstanding result at the state level, instructor Rebecca Tess said, Nash achieved this remarkable feat with a significant amount of self-study and only a month to prepare for the contest. The current course he is in covers only a small portion of the contest material. This is the second year he has received a gold medal at Skills USA, winning the Technical Computer Applications Contest in 2017. During the time that Nash studied for the Inter-Networking Contest, he maintained an A average in his college course and assisted other students with their projects. I'm going to go a little off script tonight to give you an idea of the humility of this young man, because one of the things that he told me about his Skills USA gold medal in 2017 is that he didn't really feel like he deserved it. Yeah. At SRTC, Nash consistently excels in his work. He takes on advanced projects, completes them with knowledge that surpasses his peers, even at the college level. During his time at SRTC, Nash has earned Test Out PC Pro and Test Out Network Pro certifications. Nash will complete his high school diploma through homeschooling this year. He also attends higher level courses such as Calculus BC at his partner school, Noble High School. In addition, he's very involved in the theater program at Noble, participating both on stage and behind the scenes, and earning his varsity theater letter. In fact, Nash has participated in theater productions since age 5. His behind-the-scenes work has actually become a part-time job as he serves as the lead lighting designer at the Hussey Theater at Noble High School, providing lighting services for a variety of clients who rent the theater space. Nash credits SRTC with preparing him for the future in ways never imaginable before. We happily accept the compliment and return the admiration for all that Nash has done to benefit SRTC through his leadership in the CNS program. In the fall, Nash plans to attend the University of Southern Maine to study computer science. Congratulations, Nash, and best of luck to you in your future endeavors.
Brings me back to giving a graduation speech a couple of years, so a little nervous. Before I present this award, I'd like to thank the Elks and the members of the Elks on behalf of the families of the youth sitting in this room tonight for your time, effort, and the expense that you've gone into recognizing some of Sanford's finest youth. Thank you very much. It's an honor to award the Elks Male Teen of the Year Award this evening. Speaking about this young man is pretty easy for me to do, as I've known him for quite some time now. I've enjoyed watching him over the past 8+ years as an athlete. I was fortunate enough to have him as a student for the entire school year last year, and I was honored to write him several college recommendations this year. Actually, the most of anybody I think I wrote recommendations for. So, needless to say, I've had some time to reflect on many of his accomplishments. As a matter of fact, much of what I'm going to share tonight was included in my recommendation for Michael Lemmy. Michael has always proven himself to be a hardworking, trustworthy young man. He's been a very successful scholar athlete who will graduate in the top 10% of the class of 2018. Michael has been somebody who leads by example. He's not often a man of many words, but rather leads by showing great work ethic and dedication. His dedication to academics and athletics are truly admirable. Michael has worked extremely hard to reach the level of success he's achieved both in the classroom and on the field. Even the last semester of his senior year, when many seniors are carrying a partial schedule, so they can come in late or go home early, like around Spartan time, right, Brian? Michael's grinding it out. He has a full course load with two USM math classes, an AP English class, and an honors physics class, which is a full schedule. And like he's done for the past 4 years, he's maintained an honors average while participating in 3 sports. To top it all off, Michael will make any Elks member proud, as he's donated more than 70 hours of his time to various community events in the past 4 years. Needless to say, he's made his family, his school, and his community proud. I didn't want to be the only one to say good things about Michael tonight, so I talked to a couple of important people in Michael's life who know him pretty well. Mr. Fallon. When I asked Mr. Fallon for a few words about Michael, this is what he said. Well, those of you that know Mr. Fallon, I'm going to give the SparkNote version, because Mr. Fallon's never at a loss for words. Mr. Fallon said, quiet passion. Michael doesn't say much, as I said, but his actions speak much louder than his words. Mr. Cameri said Michael is unassuming, yet effective. Would agree with him. He also said that in all his years of teaching AP Calculus, Michael's performance on the AP exam was one of the biggest surprises that he has had. It's a compliment, Michael. And he was more than happy to be proud of Michael's success. Michael, we wish you the very best. We have no doubt that you'll continue to make yourself and your community proud. And I believe, if last I spoke to Michael, you're heading off to Norwich University. Is that still accurate? All right. We wish you the best.
No pressure there.
I like this. It's made for my head. That doesn't happen. So, I know Mr. Strachey was struggling over here holding it down. So I'd like to thank whoever thought of this idea. It's perfect. Like Mr. Tremblay said, I'd like to thank the Elks for hosting such a great event. This is year 11 for me, giving this particular speech, and I will say to you guys that you guys are in good company. Each year, they recognize the top 50, and they've gone on to do some great things, and we've seen those people come back and contribute to society. So congratulations and thank you. I'm like Mr. Tremblay. I'm going to recognize the person at first and have them come up. With great pleasure that I present the 2018 Elks Outstanding Female Teen of the Year Award to Nikita Perez. All right. Nikita has accomplished many things, both in and out of the classroom, during her 4 years here at Sanford High School. Academically, Nikita will graduate with over 30 credits, taking a variety of classes that include AP Biology, YCCC, History, AP Calculus, AP Environmental Science, and USM Aspire stats, just to name a few. In addition, she sought out and designed an extended learning opportunity, job shadowing with a local dentist, and also incorporated an additional credit in English by completing an in-depth study of dentistry with a focus of dental procedures. So that's quite neat to go above and beyond and actually go find your ELO. Nikita is one of the most involved students in Sanford. Along with being a three-sport varsity athlete, she has completed over 800 hours of community service through a variety of events such as fostering animals through the Animal Welfare Society and tutoring local youth. Nikita also was extremely involved at SHS, from participating in Spirit Week events, helping out with sophomore awareness, to helping out with our annual Golden Alumni Luncheon. She also is a member of the Key Club and the president of the National Honor Society. When I asked the staff about Nikita, here's what they had to say. Mr. Porval says, Nikita is extremely hard worker and planner. She handed in her term paper 3 months before it was due. Nikita is funny and witty and is great to have in class. She gets what it takes for success comes from hard work, dedication, and belief in yourself. Mr. Porvalis also wanted to commend you on your tireless effort to keep his room organized, even though I guess finally you have to do it. Mrs. Works says Nikita is an outstanding role model and leader of her peers. She's extremely organized, always prepared, and efficiently executes tasks that she is assigned or to which she commits. These attributes, along with her motivation, commitment, and compassion, will serve her well in her future endeavors. Mr. Kamari states, I have watched Nikita grow on the athletic field and in the classroom. I have personally witnessed her develop into a remarkable young woman. Her exemplary work ethic is supported by her not only taking AP and honors classes, but also serving as our school's National Honor Society president. This award that she's unselfish as she tutored younger learners for countless hours the past year. Thank you, Nikita, for all that you've done to help make our school community a better place. I am confident in stating that Nikita will most certainly succeed with all her future endeavors. Congratulations and good luck next year at Merrimack College. Is that correct? Because Mr. Mary, I think, had to do it a little digging for me the other day. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. Before I have the pleasure of introducing the 2018 Elks High School Student of the Year, I want to say that I need to recognize the effort and express my gratitude to the Elks for putting on one heck of an outstanding event for our students. Your work is recognized and appreciated by our school and by our community. Thank you. I have the distinct honor of recognizing Sophie Cody as this year's Student of the Year. Come on. Now, I had to make sure I didn't step on Miss McCabe's speech that she gave earlier and talking about Sophie, so we had to kind of coordinate a little bit here. I had to go do a little bit more digging, but that was all right. So Sophie is, simply put, a driven individual. She works hard at everything she does and will not quit. I had the honor of getting to know Sophie her 9th grade year. It was my first year as an administrator, when I put her and one other student, Rebecca Patterson, on a committee to form a remedial block during the school day. This committee developed what we now know as Spartan Time. She was on this committee with teachers, counselors, and administrators and had no problem sharing her ideas or opinions throughout the process. This was not an easy position to be put into as a freshman during her first year of high school, but she did it and did it well. Besides all that, along with everything Ms. McKay already shared with you, she has taken honors courses and 7 AP classes throughout high school while participating in many extracurricular activities outside of school hours. In addition to this, she's participated in cross-country, track, and basketball during her 4 years with us. Lastly, she has committed several hours of her free time towards a variety of different community service activities. For some additional background, I asked her teachers to share with me their thoughts on this young lady. Mr. Mark Camary said, "I have known Sophie Cody since she was a child. Simply put, Sophie is an academic machine. Her curiosity and love of knowledge, coupled with her intellectual promise, has Sophie destined for certain greatness. To simply embody Sophie in one line, Sophie has always been eager to try, relentless in pursuit, and determined to succeed. Her exemplary work ethic, coupled with her eagerness to learn challenging content, fuels her limitless academic potential. I wish her the best, always, Big Mark." Miss Danica Whitehouse, her Spanish teacher, says, "Oh my, I could go on for pages about Sophie. Se llama Mercedes en mi clase." I like the name Mercedes, that's pretty good. What I love most about her is at the ripe old age of 18, she already has a world view. She is not bogged down in the typical teenage drama, but instead has her eyes set on things going on outside of her. Issues of race, class, feminism, to name a few. She is curious and passionate, observant and compassionate, and manages to be an intellectual giant with a light and breezy approach to people and things. She is one of a kind. Mrs. Beth Maris stated, "I can honestly say that I've never had a student as academically gifted as Sophie. It is a combination of her talent and drive that will make her successful. I will miss her dry wit and passion for learning." Mr. George Corvallis quipped that she is extremely witty and not content to just know something. She needs to understand it as well. Sophie loves waking up early for zero block and enjoys wondering about things. So, in the end, Adam Soul summed up everything by saying one line: "She is the velociraptor of the academic jungle." I tend to agree. Sophie will find success wherever she goes, and her work ethic will not let her down. She will be attending Fordham University in New York as a National Merit Scholar recipient. Best of luck and congratulations to Sophie Cody.
Can't do anything off paper. All right. So at this time, before I move on to this time, congratulations to all of you. Very, very well done. I'm going to bring up our past state president, Frank Ricker, who has some scholarship awards to give away.
Thank you, Bruce. You're excellent. Nice to have you. Don't have to lean over. It's nice to see the tall guys leaning. Well, welcome. Congratulations to the top 50 in the class of 2018. I'm here tonight to represent the Elks Most Valuable Student Program. Through the auspices of the Elks National Foundation, a permanent trust fund, which was established in 1928, scholarships totaling $3.64 million are distributed annually to students across the United States. The largest of this program begins each fall through the local lodges in search for what begins the Elks National Foundation's most valuable students. The application process is one of the most comprehensive of all programs covering scholarship, leadership, which also now includes work hours and community service, and lastly, financial need. When local judging is complete, the winners compete at district, state, and national levels. The top winners in this program all receive awards ranging from $4,000 to $50,000. In addition, awards were given at the convention, at Maine Elks Convention last week, to students throughout Maine, an excess value of $58,000. And local Elks lodges in the state of Maine will be giving out scholarships of varying amounts, which will total over $100,000. So for 22 groups of ladies and gentlemen across the state of Maine, that's a lot of money that we're giving away. It used to be that the Elks were the second largest scholarship provider in the country. Today, we are the largest. And also, it never has to be paid back. The Sanford Elks top winners will be receiving $2,000 each this evening. These awards, as well as other awards given out this evening to the Eagle Scouts and the ones that were just given out shortly, time period ago, and the George Milne Community Service Award of $1,500, which will be given out at graduation, are all funded through the Sanford Lodge of Elks Scholarship Fund, and a trust that was set up many years ago from the bequest of one of our members, Guy M. Bussey. It is now my pleasure to announce the winners of the Most Valuable Student Contest for the Sanford Lodge of Elks. Their accolades have been announced several times this evening, so I won't go into it in depth, but I did have a couple things I wanted to touch on. For a guy that taught instrumental music for 40 years, this is a pleasure time. Our first winner is Rebecca Patterson. And just to quote a couple things out of her essay from her application, says she has always been around music. She has been a member and a leader and eventually became the drum major of the marching band. And these experiences have influenced her decision to study music. She fell in love with music and enjoyed sharing it with other people. That's what we teach them at this time. The other thing that I'd like to mention about Rebecca, as going through her application, she had accumulated at the time the application went in over 400 hours in community service. Congratulations. Say hi to Josh. He was one of mine. Yeah, right. And secondly, her accolades have been spoken many times this evening. Her application was just an amazing academic dissertation, and her leadership within the school is second to none, I am sure. And from her application, we teach kids that going in, when we start teaching children music, we teach them that it's a lifelong skill, but something they can always turn back on. And here's a young lady that wants to teach it, and here's a young lady that needs it to be part of her life, to take care of everything else. And from her essay, that's not her, here she is. My piano lessons are something that I like to preserve even as my life becomes more complex. Extracurricular activities have developed external pressure. My piano playing remains untouched. It's for my enjoyment It has no stakes, and there's no game to be won. So I'd like to present our other most valuable student, Sylvie Cody. So these scholarship programs aren't quite as hands-on as they used to be, so I don't always get to meet these people until tonight, because it goes through, it's all online and through computers. But congratulations to them both, and I will have you guys can go relax. I just have one thing to say to all of the people that receive scholarships tonight. There's no money inside the envelopes, sorry. But there is a letter. And seeing you're all in the top 50, I'm sure you can all read and follow directions. So make sure you look at them, follow the directions, and get them back to us, and we'll make sure that you get your school or you get the money wherever it is determined to go. Thank you very much.
So we honored a bunch of young people, some students, some young drug awareness contest recipients, and at this time I'd like to honor a few adults. And most of you are going to know most of these people. They're retiring teachers from the Sanford school system, and I'm going to call out the names from the schools that they come to, and some of them are here and some of them are not. I'm going to read the ones that I think are all here first. From Willard School, Pam Peterson and Deborah Goodrow. From Lafayette School, Deidre Brackett. From Sanford Junior High School, Ann McEachran and Elaine Blanchard. And from Sanford High School, Demetria McKay. I have a list that I'm going to read of the other ones, and if you're here, I didn't know you were coming, but come on up if you are. From Willard School, Peter Lavasser. From Carl J. Lamb School, Ada Spinney, Betta Bemis, and Kevin Delane. From Margaret Chase Smith School, Christina Aronson and Sue Pepin. Sanford Junior High School, Lori Bijon, Susan Bedell, Sheila English, Cindy Sands, Barbara Lyons, Carolyn Brown. And from Sanford High School, Ed Boyce and Martin McCain. Thank you all for what you have done, and enjoy your retirement. We have our leadership award to give out, and before I read off any of the names of the past recipients, I have a letter that was handed to me earlier today. Sadly, this year has witnessed the passing of Mr. Blaine Jack, who was a recipient of our Youth Leadership Award in 1991. Blaine was a longtime teacher at Sanford High School and a very active in youth athletics, especially the Sanford Babe Ruth program. Along with his son Tony and daughter Cindy, Blaine was a faithful attendee at our awards banquet for many years and celebrated his 90th birthday last June. Blaine will be greatly missed and fondly remembered in our community. His son Tony, who was also a recipient of the Youth Leadership Award in 2012, is currently on deployment at the Portsmouth Naval Shipyard in San Diego, and thus cannot attend this evening. Representing both her father and brother this evening is Mrs. Cindy Jack. Thanks. So So this award has been given out many, many times, 46, and well, 45 in the past, 46 tonight. I'm going to read the names. Most of those people are not here because a lot of them have passed. But if you are here, please stand up. I'm just going to read the names from 1972 to last year. I'm not going to read the dates as we go along, just the names. So starting off with Gerard Savage, Norm Harris, Richard Brooks, Edward and Marion Dean, Alan Mapes, John Tucker, Robert J. Bluen, D. Rodrigue, Eric Elaine, Ron Norbert, Ralph Goodwin, Henry and Henrietta Dumont, Reynold Barrard, Richard Boulay, George Chuck Dwyron, Sister Teresa Barubi, Betty Tucker, Abel Saucier, Richard Boysenall, Blaine Jack, Reverend James McAtee, David and Linda Bowles, Frank Ricker, Peter Levison, Bruce McKinnon, George Namando, Rick and Nancy Druin, Scott Nade, Jim Langlis, Delilah Terrison, Sandra Legier, Gary Briggs, Jean Dione, Bruce Brunel, Stephen Caron, Ed Boyce, Jeff Titherington, Matthew Dwyer, Douglas Roberts, Michael Gordon and Michael Thornton, Tony Jack, Ann Garnsey, Jeff Shane, Tina Willette, and Larry and Wayne Young. At this time, I would like to call Irene Bowles to the podium. Have a little presentation for us.
Small, I promise. I don't worry, I've got a big mouth. Well, thank you, Bruce, and welcome everyone, and congratulations, graduating seniors of Sanford High School 2018. You all should be very proud of how far you have come and what you've accomplished. Nice job. But tonight I have the honor to announce the next award to a wonderful person whom I've had the honor to say is a very good friend of mine. Throughout my life, I've always wanted to do things based on others, of how others made me think, I want to be like that person. But it wasn't until I became a member of the Sanford Elks Lodge and saw what people are actually capable of doing that I realized that my life is full of these people. And some of them I have known for most of my life. Troy and I met as children, but with life as it is, we went many years before reconnecting as adults. When we did finally reconnect, we were both parents of children who were very active in sports. It was only after that that I learned of the Troy that I know today. With the help of his sister Dawn and his wonderful girlfriend Celine, this is what I was able to gather. Troy volunteered for 12 years with the Alfred and Shapley Fire Departments, which is amazing in itself. I mean, come on, who doesn't love a fireman? But he also spent 20 years volunteering as an umpire for Sanford Little League. So I'm guessing that there may be a few seniors who have met, respected, and maybe sometimes kind of didn't like Troy too much. Troy also volunteered for wrestling, announcing at meets. Unfortunately, I was unable to lock down on for how long you had done that for. I really need to check my sources. And Dawn doesn't get a pass because she got married this weekend. Now, anyone may think, that's it? If you're thinking that, well, let me tell you this. I was part of the league for 8 years. And for that time, I felt like it was where I lived. Troy was there the whole time I was, and I was there Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 9:30ish, and Saturday was from 9 a.m. until it was over, which could be anywhere around 10 p.m. And if it was a bad season, Sundays weren't off limits either. Troy did this for 20 years. To make it more amazing, Troy was raising 3 wonderful children of his own, Stephen, Ryan, and Nicole. Now you have to add into the mix of sports with the boys, dancing recitals, cheering, practice, football games. I'm sure there's many more. Troy was a very busy man with his desire to be involved in sports with his children, but anyone could see the relationship he had with them. They were the best of friends, but when Dad was upset with those kids, they knew it and straightened up. But they truly enjoyed being around him and him with them. Since he left umpiring behind, Troy had too much time on his hands, so he became a member of the MCCP committee here at the Sanford Lodge, but still did not cover enough. He continued to announce at wrestling, but he found new ways to occupy his times. He's an avid pool player and spends his spring and summer months playing softball with his sons. And wouldn't you know it, I hear Don talk you into umpiring some more. Just remember, I got a grandson coming up through the ranks. Be nice. So I could probably go on for days, but I won't. Troy's pool team is actually in playoffs tonight. Yep. And I'm sure he's itching to go. So without further ado, I'd like to present this year's Youth Leadership Award to Troy Graffam.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, with the passing of our friend Susan Pepin this week, I'd like to just do a moment of silence, please. Thank you.
Okay, we have come to the end of our program. Again, I want to thank you all for being here. As you notice, there are some flowers on the table. This is a youth banquet, and we like to give those flowers away, but before somebody takes them away, we have a way to get them to you. The person whose birthday is closest to today at your table gets to take those home. So you guys can duke it out. All right. I want to thank our technical folks for videotaping, not videotaping, no, but for recording this for us. Please have a safe drive home. Have a good night. Thank you.